Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. How are you all doing? I hope our week went well, and I hope our weekend is going well. So, welcome to another Mentorship 2.0 session again. And for today, our session for today is going to be on harnessing the use of AI in thesis writing and structure of thesis and chapter 3, which our tutor, Mr. Olaleko Adetula, would be telling us one or two about it, and also Ms. Atai will also be telling us one or two about it from the management aspect. So, Mr. Adetula Olaleko, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, ma.
Okay. So let me just read his biography. Adetula Olaleko is a dedicated professional with a passion for microbiology, particularly in the realm of food microbiology. He obtained his bachelor's degree in microbiology from the Federal University of Technology, Akure, where he delved deeper into the intricacies of microbial life and its application in various fields. During his academic journey, Adetula found his calling in food microbiology, drawn to the dynamic interplay between microorganisms and food products. His academic pursuits were characterized by a keen interest in understanding the microbial processes that influence food safety, quality, and preservation. Upon graduation, Adetula embarked on a career path aligned with his academic passion, joining Roche Investments and Manufacturing Limited in Lagos as a quality assurance inspector. Roche Investments and Manufacturing Limited is renowned for its production of the popular Master Tea brand and Master Spice, where Adetula plays a pivotal role in ensuring that the highest standard of quality and safety are maintained throughout the production process. In his role, Adetula applies his expertise in food microbiology to meticulously assess and monitor every stage of production, from raw material sourcing to final product packaging. His commitment to excellence and his meticulous attention to detail have contributed significantly to uploading the reputation of Master Tea and Master Spice as trusted brands known for their superior quality. Adetula's academic background, combined with his practical experience in the industry, positions him as a valuable asset in the realm of food quality assurance and microbiology. His dedication to advancing food safety practices underscores his commitment to safeguarding consumer health and ensuring the integrity of food products in the market. Outside of his professional endeavors, Adetula remains actively engaged in ongoing learning and professional development, staying abreast of the latest advancements in microbiological research and quality assurance methodologies. His enthusiasm for his field and his unwavering dedication to excellence serve as inspirations to his peers and aspiring professionals in the field of microbiology. So that's Adetula Olalekan's biography. So Mr. Leko, the stage is yours. And I hope you have Master T for us. Thank you. Leko, Mr. Leko, Mr. Adetula. Hello. Sorry, can anyone hear me? Hello.
I hear you.
We can hear you.
Yes.
Loud and clear.
Good
afternoon, everyone, once again. Good evening, good morning, wherever we are joining from. I hope we can.
Yeah, I can hear you. Loud and clear.
Definitely. I have a copy.
You have a call.
Yes. Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
Hi.
Okay. Sorry. I don't know why my system, but I'm trying to connect with my phone. I hope you can hear me very well now.
Loud and clear, Bobby.
What about my screen? Can you see my screen?
I see nothing. I hear your voice.
Okay. Hello, can you hear me, please?
I can hear you.
Hello?
Sorry,
Hi.
Lekon, please, can you mute one of your mic?
And that's it too. Hello? Okay. Hello?
Hi.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Mr. Lekon, your voice is not coming out well.
Hello?
Hi.
Sorry. I don't know why my system, but I'm trying to connect with my phone. I hope you can hear me very well now.
Yeah, yeah.
What about my screen? Can you screen?
All good.
Okay. And that's it. Okay. Okay. I think so. Can everyone hear me? Please.
Yeah, I can.
So,
Hello,
can you
Mr. Lekon.
okay.
Yes.
What about your voice? Can you clearly
I can hear you. I can see your
my
screen.
screen? Before let me just take this time to thank the founder. Okay, so just take this time to thank the founder of this institution for the opportunity.
Mr. Lekon. Hello.
I think he's having network issue.
Hello, can you hear me now, please?
Yes.
The thing is, I'm using Wi-Fi for system, then normal data for my phone. But I want to stop one for my system.
Well, what I think
Sorry, the
is
microphone of
you can use your phone to speak, and then you show us your slide from your system. So you mute your system.
Okay.
Then you speak from your phone. Then you can use your system to change the slide.
Hello?
Hi.
Just stop.
Leave your system muted like that. Just unmute your phone, not your system. Then you can share your system screen. Mr. Lekon, can you hear me? Hello.
I guess Mr. Leko is having some network. Oh no, God.
Hello?
All right.
Okay. Hello, sorry for the delay, everyone. I'm so sorry for that. Oh,
No
can you hear
problem.
me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Leko.
Hello?
Sorry, everyone. Okay, Mr. Leko, you can continue. Can you hear me?
Okay. Okay, I was talking about harnessing the use of AI in thesis writing. And we're also going to be talking about the chapter 3 of the thesis. So it's going to be like 2 sections. However, I think I've used a good amount of my time already trying to settle out this. But I believe you cannot hear me now, please. Can you hear me, please?
Yeah.
But why the echo? Is it because of my phone?
Can you mute your system?
I've tried to mute it now, but when I mute it, I can't hear you. Let me just use earpiece for my system, then for my phone then. Hello? Hello?
Hi, I can
I
hear
hear
you.
you.
Is it okay now?
It's better,
Yes.
loud. Yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry about that. I had to use earpiece because I don't know what's going on. All this with these old school people. Okay, so I was talking about harnessing the use of AI in thesis writing and chapter 3 of a thesis. So we are going to be having two sections today. The first, according to the topic, we have the use of AI in writing thesis, then followed by the chapter 3 of a thesis. You know, we've tried to look at chapter 1, chapter 2, and today we are going to look at the third chapter. Okay, so very quickly, just follow me with the slide, with the screen I'm sharing. So section A says harnessing the use of AI in thesis writing. Okay, when you talk about harnessing the use of something, it means taking advantage of something. Okay, and we are saying harnessing the use of AI, taking advantage of artificial intelligence. We understand that AI stands for artificial intelligence. Now, in thesis writing, that means that we are making the good use of artificial intelligence in thesis writing. That is, you are taking advantage of AI to write thesis. Okay, now very quickly, let's go to the introduction to AI in thesis writing. Now, when you talk about something, if you say something is artificial, you understand that we all understand that artificial means something that is not natural, something that is the opposite of natural. Okay, so it's just like, you know, science made us to understand that living things are intelligent, while not living things from the beginning they are not intelligent, they cannot do anything. Okay, and when I talk about living things, not just human beings that are intelligent, animal, plants. You know, when we were in primary school, they taught us something like if you take a plant or if you take a maize, I mean the seed, now you put it inside a carton, and beside that carton you now make a hole for the reflection of sunlight. You know, the whole of that carton, inside the carton is very dark, and you discover that that plant, when it starts growing, it tends towards the point where there's reflection of sunlight. Okay, so now for it bending towards sunlight, that's an intelligence. Why? Because the plant understands that it needs photosynthesis, it needs sunlight for photosynthesis. So I'm just trying to point out natural intelligence. Now, when we now talk about artificial intelligence, it's like putting all this intelligence. Even we humans, we are intelligent normally. We calculate 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 4, 16, 8 times 8, 64, and all that. Now, bringing all these things together and putting it inside the machine, or bringing everything together and putting it inside something that is not living. Okay, so you know how fast what machine is used for is to make work easy for us. Now, putting intelligence of human being into a machine, you know, it's going to enhance whatever that human can do before, even more than 10 times. And one thing is that artificial intelligence is not just coming into play. It has been in existence since. Your calculator is intelligent. It is an artificial intelligence. Okay, your calculator is accurate. Your calculator, if you press 2 times 2 in your calculator, the way you calculate it in your head, the same way your calculator will also calculate it, and even faster. So that's what I mean. That was what I was trying to explain. So according to the definition here, AI simulates human intelligence in machine, aiding tasks like data analysis and writing assistance in thesis writing. So application of it to thesis writing is that it helps us to do what? It enhances data analysis. It gives us a content full of quality. It helps us to save time. It gives accuracy and also gives deeper research focus. Okay, if I look at the overview of its application in academic writing, you say AI revolutionizes research by enhancing data analysis. It helps you to enhance data analysis. Okay, it helps you to review literature and content quality. If you look at the importance of AI in thesis writing, number one, it saves time, it enhances your accuracy, and enables deeper research focus. When we started this particular mentorship program, just 2.0, Mr. Chris said something about he used a tool, if you remember, Google Scholar, you know, and he used it to search something concerning hepatitis. He didn't just go to Google and type blah 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 hepatitis. Okay, he had to use Google Scholar. Google Scholar is a tool, is an AI tool. Okay, so there's a reason why he didn't use normal Google. If you use normal Google to search for whatever you are looking for, fine, it will bring out some things, but you won't get what you are looking for. It will go as far as tell you that if you type hepatitis, tell you that Governor Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State commented on clinical hepatitis. But when you use tools and platforms, especially AI tools and platforms, it enables deeper research focus. I believe you understand what I'm trying to point out. Okay, so let's look at the applications of AI in thesis writing. Number one, in your literature review, AI helps you to review literature. Just like I said, the use of Google Scholar. You can also use iris.ai, semantic scholar, to search for literature, to search for papers. And those ones, they help you, they give you what you are looking for, not just general results like normal Google. Okay, so automated searching and summarization using AI tools. Platforms like Google Scholar, Semantic Scholar, and iris.ai streamline literature review. So you not just Google Scholar, you can also make use of Semantic Scholar. You can write all these things down. Especially iris.ai is very good. Whatever you are looking for, whatever the project topic you are looking for, you can always go to these tools and platforms and make use of it. Okay. So another thing AI does in thesis writing is that it helps you to analyze your data analysis and visualization. Okay, data analysis and visualization. What we mean is, for example, you are trying to, presently, or should I say recently, there was a cholera outbreak in Lagos. And for example, if you want to get information about that, maybe you want to use it for a project, you can actually like maybe share some survey questionnaire rather. You can share some questionnaire. Maybe let's say some people living in Alagbado, Lagos. You want to know the number of people suffering from cholera in Alagbado, Lagos. And for example, maybe you share some questionnaire and you got some information from them. In the questionnaire, you had the age, their occupation, their family history, and all that. So when you get all this information together, you can actually make use of AI tools like Power BI or Tableau, and input all the information you got into them. And then you now ask, create a pie chart showing the number of people suffering from, or showing the number of men or women or children suffering from cholera in Alagbado, Lagos. Okay, so that can help you do that. Even apart from that, you can also ask Power BI that, okay, what or how many men are drivers and are also suffering from cholera? Okay, so it's just like you got your information, then you input it into this tool, and the tool helps you to generate what we are looking for. You see, it is faster. Instead of you now sitting down and like counting, okay, this is a driver, number one, okay, okay, carpenter, tailor, okay, another driver, number two. It's going to take time. We said AI helps to do what? To save your time. Okay, that's what I actually mean. So you can actually write this down also, Power BI, Tableau, or I don't know if you get the access to this slide later on. So I also have some other tools that I mentioned that you can also check out. So So Power BI, Tableau can help you to analyze your data, bring out the visual representation of whatever you want to point out there. Then another way of applying AI in thesis writing is writing assistance. This is very crucial. This is very important. Okay, we have some writers like Ginger Writer. We have Grammarly. I think we should be familiar with Grammarly. We have Hemingway Editor. We have Pro Writing Aid, and we have many of them. Okay, so all these things you can actually harness it. You can make use of all this. It makes your work easier. It saves your time, and in fact, it gives content to whatever you are working on. Okay, especially when it comes to the people that are going to eventually read it, not just for today and even for subsequent times. Okay, now let's look at tools and platform. I actually have some tools I mentioned there that is going to be very good for you. Maybe after the class, you can like check this out. I have about 3. I have Zotero, I have Mendeley, and I have EndNote. I will tell you what this one is used for. I just brought these 3 out. Hello, can you hear me, please?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Can hear you.
Can you hear me, please?
We
Okay.
can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, so thank you. So I said I have Zotero, I have Mendeley, and I have EndNote. Okay, so I have another file that is different from this slide. So in that file, I shared the links to download all these things. So I don't know, maybe I'll share it with the institution, then you can get it from the institution later. Or you can actually check. Zotero is an app. And if you what this Zotero does is that, you know, there's what we call citation, there's what we call references and bibliographies. I believe you understand what citation. I don't know if you have gotten to that aspect, but you know, there are some times that you cite some people's work in your write-up, and probably maybe you forgot to write it in your reference. And you know that's going to cause a lot of issue. So if you don't want to miss out on any citation, if you enter your PDF, if you enter your work into this Zotero, and everything you cited, it will bring everything out and it will list it so that when you are writing your reference or bibliography, you always remember, you always say that, oh, I've not done this, I've not done this, I've not done that one, I've not. Okay. So that's it helps you to manage your citation, your PDF organization, and collaboration. So there is also a very good collaboration tool. The collaboration tool, especially when you have, for example, you are carrying out a project, you are carrying out a research on something and want to collaborate with another person. You guys are not really together. Maybe the person is in another town or in another school, and full time person is in OAU. Okay, this hotel is a very good collaboration tool. You guys will just create like a platform where you can share your ideas, where you can chat, where you can share your PDF files and whatever files you are going to make use of. So the use case is that is essential for managing references and generating bibliographies, just like I said. So okay, I also have Mendeley here also. Overview also it's a reference manager and academic social work, just like collaborative work. And key features, citation plugin, PDF annotation and collaboration tools. Okay, use case facilitates research organization and collaboration. So it's just the same as Zotero. I brought these 3, okay, just for your references and citations. You know, your reference, your citations, to avoid plagiarism and all that. You just have to like make sure you see to that aspect of your thesis writing very well. That was why I brought these
Sir, we
3
can't see the screen.
tools. You can't see my screen.
Yes.
I'm coming. Hello, sorry, can any other person see my screen?
I can't actually hear you.
Or can you see my screen?
But I can hear you. I can't see your screen. Your screen is not showing.
Just stop and
Who is that?
I think that's
I'm also surprised to hear that.
what about now, please?
Your screen is still not showing.
It's still not showing.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's showing now.
Okay. And please, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I gave 3 tools or platforms for your reference and citation management: Zotero, Mendeley, and EndNote. So please check these stuffs out. It will help you to manage your references. You won't have to omit any citation, so that you won't be like, you did not touch, you did not do this, you did not do that, you did not mention this person, and you cited the person in your work. So once you put it into these tools or these platforms, to just bring out the list of all your citations. Okay. So now let's look at ethical considerations and challenges. They said everything that has an advantage has a disadvantage. Abi? Okay, so when you talk about ethical issues of AI in thesis writing, plagiarism is number one. Mhm. AI um is a non-living thing. It is garbage in, garbage out. It is human being like you and I that puts information into AI. Okay, so even if you take your WhatsApp now, there's Meta. Meta also is a very good AI tool. I don't know if we understand what I'm talking about. Can you hear me? Hello? Okay. Hello, can anyone hear me, please?
I can hear
We
you.
can hear you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I was talking about Meta. If you enter some information, it's going to tell you that my last upgrade, my last updated version doesn't contain this information. That is to tell you that AI doesn't know everything. So that don't assume that AI knows everything. Okay. So this addressing plagiarism, you have to be sure of. It's not that AI will just give you something you just carry it like that and paste it in your work. So it doesn't work like that. So you have to review whatever AI is giving you. Okay. So bias in algorithm also is another challenge. You know, just like I said that AI was created by a human being, and these people that created AI, they have different beliefs, they have different ethnicities. For example, if a black man should create an AI tool, and that AI tool has the information of prostate cancer in men, the black man can actually say that prostate cancer in men occurs in more in white men than black men. The white man also will do his own and be like, okay, prostate cancer occurs more in black men than white men. The Caucasians also, I mean the Asians, like China or Chinese, they can also tell you that this prostate cancer occurs more in negroids, in black men. You understand? So it depends on who is giving you the information, who is the owner of this AI, who are these people that are putting information into this AI. You understand? So you have to be careful while using AI. Don't just take AI as your final solution. In fact, AI is like gold, is like raw gold that you need to put into fire, and you yourself, your own instinct is that fire that will bring out the gold. Okay, so please, while using AI, ensure you review properly. Don't just assume that AI is perfect. AI is not perfect though. So we also have some challenges like quality assurance, technical skills, and integration with existing workflows. Okay, we have some case studies and examples where AI has been used in real life examples in medicine and healthcare, social sciences, engineering, environmental science, business and economics, education. AI has been used extensively in these areas. For example, medicine and healthcare, you look, if you see write-ups on all this, there are so many write-ups generated by AI based on information provided. You just put the information, it will bring out so many things concerning these cases. So very quickly, let's look at some practical tips and best practices. The first is integrating AI tools effectively into thesis writing workflow. The first is to identify your research needs. You can actually decide that this thing I'm working on, this thing I am writing, this thesis, I actually need AI. Okay, what do I need AI for? Or where are my shortcomings? Where do I think that I don't really have the effectiveness or the ability to? Maybe you know you are not a good writer, then AI is for you. But if you know that, if you think that you are a good writer and you are convinced yourself, then you may not need it. So you actually identify if you even need the AI itself before you use it. And after that, if you have identified research need, then you research and evaluate AI tools. Now you determine which one you want to use. For example, this writer, we have so many of them. We have Grammarly, we have Ginger Writer, we have ProWriting Aid, and they have their own distinct features. So you can actually check which one is good for what I want to write. Okay, so then the next is to integrate tools early. That is, you start using this tool, you start learning these tools early, you start making use of it right from your introduction and literature review and all that. So then you can also customize your tools. What this means is that, for example, let's pick Grammarly for example. You can customize Grammarly to write for you in academic format. You can customize it to write for you in informal manner or informal manner, or it may be descriptive, it may be argumentative. Just customize what you want. Okay, it may be affirmative or persuasive. And even make it funny. Depends on what you are writing. Okay, I'm not saying you should be writing funny things in your thesis. So the next is to combine AI with human expertise. So just like I said, you can't depend 100% on AI. When you are writing, you can't depend 100% on these things. You have to use your own initiatives. Okay, you have to use your own initiatives. AI may not be correct though. So you have, and the last is to stay updated with AI advancements. So another practical tip is maximizing benefits while maintaining academic integrity. So please always use AI responsibly. Don't overuse. Make sure that your work is original. Eh? Unfortunately, majority of students today they just put everything on AI and everything, every other thing, blah blah. They don't even care. It's on the defense day that gbogbo àṣírí máa tú. So acknowledge sources appropriately, just like I said. Critically evaluate AI generated content. I've said that also. Always review. Validate your data and results. Then you continue to learn about AI. Then you get feedback and peer review. Yes, you can actually share whatever you got from AI with other students that are serious like you are. Okay, so I think I've been able to cover that section. Before we go into the next section, any question, or should we just run the second section then have a general question and answer?
I think you should go ahead.
Next session.
Okay, next session. Please, how many minutes do I have left?
30 minutes more.
Okay, nice. Okay, so the next section is section B is writing the chapter 3 of a thesis. We have looked at chapter 1, we have looked at chapter 2, and that was last week, and now we are going into the chapter 3 of a thesis. Now, what is this chapter 3 of a thesis? When you talk about chapter 3 of a thesis, you are talking about the methodology of your literature, of your research. Okay, so when you talk about methodology, what is methodology? Methodology is the key parts or aspects of dissertation. Methodology explains the wide philosophical underpinning for the chosen research methods, which involves which method should be chosen, either qualitative or quantitative method or mixed method. Okay, so for example, you want to carry out a project and you need to find out something important. Your methodology is it's just like your plan for how you will do the project. It tells you the step that you take and the reason why you chose those steps. Okay, for example, you want to determine the microbial profile of gram-negative bacteria in a spoiled food. You know, there are some techniques that you use now as a microbiology student. You know, you can use you use the serial dilution, Abi. You are going to use gram staining. Okay, what do you want to determine? You want to determine gram-negative bacteria in spoiled food. So those are your techniques. Those are the methods that you are going to take. Okay, you understand what I'm talking about now. So it's just like methodology is divided, just like I said here, it's divided into three. Yes, methodology is divided into three. We have the qualitative, we have the quantitative method, or the mixed method. Qualitative, quantitative, or the mixed method. Now let me explain. When you talk about qualitative, it's just like getting things done yourself, asking directly for opinions. Like you can just chat with someone that, what and what is this? You can get information yourself, like asking directly for their opinions. That's what we mean by qualitative method. You understand? So we also have quantitative. Quantitative is like giving survey. Then from that survey, you can get information. Okay. So I said qualitative is your own direct actions, like asking directly for people's opinion. Then qualitative is something like giving a survey, giving questionnaire. Then from that questionnaire, you get whatever you want. Then we also have the mixed method. The mixed method involves asking directly for their opinions and also giving questionnaire. Okay, so methodology is just like a guide for choosing the best way to find out what you are what you want to know for that particular project. Okay, so I said methodology is more concerned with allowing the readers to examine the reliability and validity of the paper. It involves the type of paper that will be performed throughout the thesis. Now, here there are two words, reliability and validity. What methodology does is to show the reliability of your research, okay, and the validity. The method you used in carrying out your research goes a very long way to determine if your research is valid or if it is reliable. Okay. For example, now, a civil engineer wants to construct a bridge, and that civil engineer wants to show the people that employed him that this is how strong and that this bridge is going to be built correctly. This person needs to explain the method he used to build that, or the method he's going to use. Okay, there's a program I'm following recently for entrepreneur. They'll just ask you that you come, you submit your proposal, then you come, they will ask you that what is your plan. So when you tell them your plan, they will now review it. They'll be like, okay, they will carry a proper review and be like, this plan this person is giving, are we sure, is this plan valid? If your plan is not valid, they will not give you the assistance they want to give you. Okay, but when you have a solid plan, it makes your work reliable. You cannot say that you want to identify virus. Hepatitis is a virus now, and in your methodology, you mentioned gram staining. So from there, people will be like, oh, this one is another thing this one is doing, because you cannot use gram stain to identify virus. Same way also, you cannot say that you want to grow virus on a petri dish. You know that virus will not grow on agar plate or broth. It needs a cell, okay? So your methodology holds a very important part of your research writing, because it validates and it proves your research to be reliable to whoever is reading. So reliability is that if another person follow that plan that you have, they will get something similar to what you have done. It may not be exact, but you get something similar. That's making it reliable. Okay. So validity means your plan is good and really helps answer the question you were trying to solve. Okay. So that's about reliability and validity of the paper. Let's go to the next slide. Why methodology is important for a dissertation or research paper. I think I've explained this. Research methodology is an important yet crucial aspect of the thesis. It mainly emphasizes explaining extensive philosophical features that underpin the methods opted for the research for providing the reader with an effective approach. Now, here you are focusing on the reader. The reader will use your methodology to determine if your research is reliable, if your research is valid. A very good professor, a very good supervisor, after you have written all you want to write, they will check your method. If there's a comma in your method, there's going to be a problem. Okay.
Is it just me? I can't hear anything again. No.
Mr. Lincoln, I can
Yeah,
hear you. I can hear you.
you can hear me.
Yeah, someone is saying he can't hear you, so I'm trying to let him know I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. Okay, so we're talking about why methodology is important for a dissertation or research paper. And I say that it proves validity and reliability. Okay, so research methodologies are important. Okay, these methods suggest and provide training to be applied to the problem identified by determining various tools and techniques that are appropriate to the research problem. This chapter is important in the dissertation as it gives the audience an idea regarding the method that will be utilized for generating the results. So in your methodology, you are providing your reader with the tools that you are going to make use of, how you generated your information, how you understand your information, and how this information brought about the results you are looking for. Okay, so just like I said earlier, that you cannot say that you want to carry out virus identification with gram staining. That's going to be like a red flag. So very quickly, let's look at the structure of methodology. Now, I will just divide this structure into four. The structure of your methodology. Okay, before that, this type of the literature review assesses the literature selectively for supporting and disproving a dispute, where deeply entrenched assumptions philosophical problem has already been recognized in the literature. Okay, let me just go ahead to divide the structure of methodology. Actually, we have number one, we have the research design. We have research philosophy and approach. We have data collection. And the fourth, we have data analysis. Let me just show that. We have research design, research philosophy and approach, data collection method, then data analysis. So these are the four structures of methodology. So if you want to write your methodology, these are the things you must put in place. Okay, now let's look at the first one, which says research design. Okay, what research design does is that it decides the tools and methods you will use to find out what you want to learn. Okay. Number one, you can actually choosing tools and techniques, describing the research, and planning the strategy. Okay, I said that your research design involves choosing the tools and the techniques you will need for whatever you are doing, following by describing the research. You describe it, either the research is simple or it's going to be a survey or something that is very big. Okay, so you describe it after you have chosen your tools and the techniques. You know, if you want to carry out, just like the example we use, microbial, if you want to identify some microorganism in spoiled food, you know the tools you will make use of now. You use your autoclave, you use your test tube, petri dishes, buzzing burner, and all that. So those are the tools you will make use of. So you have to be careful not to mention tools that are not relevant to whatever you want to do, whatever project you want to do. Okay, so you can't be doing something and you are mentioning tool that's for another thing. So whatever tool you are mentioning, it has to be in line with that thing you are working on. It has to be useful. You cannot just take all the tools and pack all the tools there, and at the end of the day, you discover that some of these tools you didn't even use it. Okay, so apart from choosing your tool, you also choose your techniques. You also choose your techniques, the techniques you use, your serial dilution, your gram staining, and all that. Then after that, after choosing your tools and techniques, then you now describe your research. You describe if your research is a simple experiment, if it is a survey, or if it is another thing or something that is bigger than that. Okay, so then after that, then you now have a strategy, planning the strategy. Then you now make like step-by-step plan for how you will do your project from start to finish. Okay, so the research design is divided into three. Okay, let me sharply recap. Methodology is divided into four structures: research design, research philosophy and approach, data collection, and finally your data analysis. Okay, now the first one, which is research design, I can divide it into three. The first is to choose the tools and the techniques you'll be using, and it must be relevant with your work. Okay, so after that, then you now describe your research, that okay, this is the type of research I am doing. It is a survey. What does it involve? Then after that, you now have a step-by-step plan for how you will do the project from the start of the project to finish. Okay, so that's one aspect of methodology, the structure of methodology. Now let's go to the second one, which says research philosophy and approach. Research philosophy and approach. When you talk about research philosophy, it is your own belief or your own understanding on how to get information. Yes. For example, if I am given a biological project now that I should determine the number of legs a millipede or a centipede has. Okay, you know a millipede now, that this thing that has plenty legs. Okay, based on my own philosophy, my own belief, I can let me just ask Google, because I trust in Google. Anything I ask Google is true. That's my own philosophy. Okay, I can get my own information like that. But I may go further and be like, I don't trust Google. Google can change, or even there's evolution. Anything can happen. So I can just get a magnifying glass, okay, and get maybe 3 or 4 centipede or millipede moving around, and I get it, and I put it on my table, and I put my own magnifying glass, and I start counting. That's my own philosophy. That's my own belief of how to get my own information. So you must have your own philosophy on how to get your own information. Okay. So once you have determined your own philosophy, then you now look at the research approach. Okay, research approach is just like is a plan for how you will gather your information now and how you use the information. Like plan for how you will gather the information and how you will use the information. Research approach is just like is your detailed plan on how to collect and understand that information. You already have a philosophy that if I do this, if I do this, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll get what I want. Okay, so now let me now do it. Okay, let me now do, if I'm like I want to determine the number of people that have cholera in Alagbado, I can be like my own philosophy may be like let me go to Alagbado. Okay, or my own philosophy may be like I can share it with I can do it online, but I can do it physically. So when you have determined which one you want, then you now carry it out. That's your research approach. You can carry it out. How do you carry it out? From where you are, you take your motor, go to Alagbado, you go and start asking questions if that's what you choose as your philosophy. But if you choose online, you can actually search for you can actually share Google documents, Google forms for them to fill in that area, people that live in that area. So that's your own philosophy. So after your philosophy, then you approach it, you collect your data and understand your information. Okay, so I've been able to talk about research design. I've been able to talk about research philosophy and approach. Okay, then now let's go to data collection. The third structure of methodology is data collection. Data collection is just like deciding where to get your information and the tools you will use to get this information. Yes, it has to do with your sources. Where are you getting your information from? Okay, and we have both primary source and secondary source. The primary source may be like asking people yourself, using survey, or even you yourself watching what happens. Okay, just like the example I gave earlier, that counting millipede yourself using a magnifying glass. Okay, so that's primary source. You can ask people. That's primary source. Using survey is primary source. You also have secondary source. Secondary source is using information that someone else has already gathered. Okay, like looking at someone else's published works. Okay, so you can also get your um, data from that. So we are talking about data collection and method. And I said as It has to do with your source and even the tools you use to get your data. So the fourth one, very quickly, is data analysis. Data analysis. We've talked about three now, and this is the fourth one. The first is research design. Second is research philosophy and approach. Third is data collection. And now we are talking about data analysis. This is the last aspect of methodology. And your data analysis involves choosing the tools and methods and explaining findings. Okay, let me start with choosing your tools and methods. This has to do with explaining why you picked certain tools and methods to look at your information. Okay, why did you choose this particular tool to get your information? There must be a reason. Maybe it is cost effective. Maybe it is very accurate. Maybe it is maybe that's the latest method, or whatever it is. You must give a detailed explanation why you are choosing this tool. Why are you choosing this tool? Why are you not going with, please could you do some ends on? Okay. So I got an information right now. Peace. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So I didn't understand. Peace sent me a message. I didn't understand that.
You don't understand the message.
I'm up or something, right?
Is it time up?
No, not like I asked him to do some hands-on, like practical, based on what he has done for the
Okay, like a demonstration, just a little
demonstration.
demonstration.
Okay.
Do you understand, Leko?
The demonstration of what I'm teaching, right?
One of
Yes,
the
yes.
two, one of the two you mentioned.
Sure.
Hello.
Like you should do a
Hello.
demonstration of one of the tools you mentioned.
Okay, one of the tools that I mentioned.
Yes, yes.
Okay, is it in choosing tools for?
Exactly, yes. When you are done with this lecture, you do the hands-on practical for one of the tools.
Okay. You are talking about after the class, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, no wala.
All
So
right.
when data analysis, okay, data analysis. So I'm like choosing tools and methods. This part explains why you picked certain tools and methods to look at your information. Okay, so why did you choose um qualitative over quantitative? Why are you not using survey? Why are you checking it yourself? Okay, why are you observing it? Why are you observing people yourself? Understand? So then data analysis also involves explaining your findings. Explaining your findings, it shows how you use the tools to come up with your results and how you made sure they are accurate and trustworthy. Okay, so you have to explain your findings also, and you have to back it up with very solid points that will make it look trustworthy, even if not if it's not as trustworthy as you know. So um okay, okay, let me go to the next slide. How to write a methodology. Actually, these parts have like covered most of it, but let's just check. The first way is to describe your methodological approach. Describe your methodological approach. A methodology starts with the introduction of the entire approach that we process towards investigating the research problem and research question. Okay, So what this means is that it covers everything that you will need to carry out this research. It covers your plan. It covers how you got your information. It covers where you got your information. I said the sources, primary source, secondary source, the reason why you are choosing this method, okay, and the tools you are also using, and why are you using this tool, okay. So after this describing your methodological approach, then you define your data collection methods, okay. Then after that, okay, just like I said, qualitative methods and quantitative methods. I've explained that. I said qualitative is like doing it yourself, while quantitative is like using survey. So you give reasons why you are doing that, why you chose this one over this one. Then after that, you explain your data analysis. Your methodology should then be direct towards how the data was processed and examined. It does not require more detail, rather the focus should be more towards discussing the results and findings that will be acquired. So while writing your methodology, please don't avoid unnecessary words or unnecessary sentences. Make sure that your methodology is focused on your work. Don't add junks. Okay. Then after that, then you now evaluate and justify your methodological choices. Just like I said earlier, your tools, your why are you doing this? Why did you choose this over this? Okay, so your methodology is what people will see, and from what they are saying, they will be able to tell that your work is valid or is reliable. Okay, so and I said, please don't make the mistake of adding some things that are not necessary to your methodology. Things that you will not use, you're adding it to your methodology. Okay, so for example, adding questionnaire and you didn't use questionnaire, adding a particular tool and you didn't use the particular tool. So you have to be very careful, because that is what your readers will see, be able to validate your work. Okay, because if you write out a plan for a particular research, that plan, in your absence, another person is supposed to take that plan, follow that plan, and get the same result or similar result to what you did. Okay. So if what you did or what the person did following your plan doesn't tally with whatever you said you got, that's that's not that's not what's supposed to be. Okay. So methodology, you have to be very careful, be carefully evaluated. So let's just look at tips to make your methodology strong. First is to focus on your objective and research questions. Just like I said, do not add SXs. Make sure you are still on point and stop telling story. You want to state your plans, then you are saying, I went to this on my way coming, I bought this. No, 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 no. Do not add unnecessary stuffs. Then use relevant references. I've given you some tools that are very good generating references. They use relevant references. There are some, this Zotel, especially Zotero, you actually enter whatever you are looking for and to bring out relevant journals for you and bring out their references and even help you to organize the references very well. So third is to focus on the information that needs to be shared with your audience. Okay, that's what I've said. You can also have time to discuss your difficulties. Okay, you can have time to describe how difficult this project is. So I think to touch all parts. Okay. Yeah, so I think this is question and answer time. If there is any addition contribution, please.
Sorry, please, can you do the demonstration first before we go to the question and answer part. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me? I said, can you do the demonstration first before the question and answer?
Okay. Demonstration of, for example, for the data analysis.
Yes, and also for the tools, it can just be one, just brief demonstration.
Okay. Okay, for example, I want to determine the microbial profile. Or let me say I want to know the microorganisms present in yogurt. Okay. So that's my own project. That's what I want to work on. I want to know the microorganisms that are present in yogurt. Very simple, Abby. Okay. So what I'll first do is that this is a problem. Then I now want to get my methodology. What is my research design? I have to choose my tools and my techniques. Then I have to describe my research. Then I'll now have a strategy. Okay, I want to determine microorganisms present in yogurt. So what are the tools that we need? Based on information that you have gotten before, you understand that to carry out microbial analysis, you need some tools like your petri dish, you need tools like your test tube, you need your agar and Bunsen burner, your autoclave, and all those stuffs. Okay, so those are the tools that you need. Now, what are the techniques? Techniques are actually different from tools. Okay, when you talk about techniques, definitely you use serial dilution. You use pour plate. Okay. So that's the difference between techniques and tools. The tools you are talking about are what and what. What are those physical things that you are going to use to carry out your research? Okay, your autoclave, your incubator, your petri dish, your agar, and all those stuff. Those are the tools that you will need. But when you now talk about your techniques, you will be using serial dilution, inoculation. Those are techniques. Okay. So after you have gotten that, then you describe your research. Is my research a laboratory research? Is it a survey? So you must describe that, okay, I carried this out in this laboratory, so laboratory, microbiology laboratory, Federal University of Technology, Akure, and all that. So you describe the research, what does the research entails? Was it an ordinary survey? Was it a simple one? Was it a very big research? How long did it take you? Okay, then after that, then you have your own, then you have strategy, your plan from start to finish. Okay, this is what I did. I got this particular sample from this place, and this is what I did after that. This is what I did after this one, and to get your results to the point where you are going to get your results. So you
Your
have your own
screen.
plan.
Hello, are you demonstrating something now?
Yeah.
Your screen is not changing. You are just saying conclusion, question, and answer. You are not sharing your entire screen rather. So I think you only share the slide. So it's not showing what you are currently doing. I hope you get what I'm saying. Hello. I hope you
Yeah, I
get
can
what
hear
I'm
you.
saying. So I said, what you are demonstrating is not showing. We are not seeing it. What we are still seeing is your PowerPoint.
No,
Yes.
I'm not demonstrating anything on the screen.
Okay. I thought you were explaining something, like showing us a demonstration.
No. I was just talking about, I was trying to differentiate between tools and techniques.
Okay. No problem. Go ahead, please.
So after that, then your research philosophy. What is my research philosophy? Okay. How will I get this? What do I believe, or what are my philosophy in getting this information? Okay. Should I use literature that has been in existence, or I want to carry it out myself? I want to go out and find out information myself. Okay. So that's, then from there you can go into other parts till you finish. Actually, what Peace asked was one of these tools like Mendeley and Zotero, right? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think the demonstration of that is going to come later on. Because of our time, we should
Okay.
just go straight to the question.
So that's it. And I actually shared a file with you earlier. In that file, I added the links.
Okay.
Okay, the links to all this, to Zotero, and how you can download it step by step, on how you can use it. So
Okay,
that was
sir.
what I was saying, that maybe I will share it with the institution again, then you can get it from the institution.
Thank you for that.
All right. Please, do you have any questions, our participants? Thank you for that wonderful lecture, Mr. Adetula Olaleko. Please, do we have any question?
Please unmute yourself, Blessing. Tiesta. Unmute yourself and ask a question. Personally, I have a lot of questions, but I'm not a participant, so I would expect you guys to ask questions.
Okay. Thank you very much. My question goes thus. In writing methodologies, there are some basic steps or techniques that are just common. Is it a must that we cite them, that we put a reference for them? We can just put it and overlook it. That's one. Number two, what type of tense can we use? Tenses can we use? Is it present, past, or like, that's just two questions I want to ask.
Mr. Leko, did you get the question?
Sorry, I didn't get the question very well.
And please, Mr. Blessing, can you repeat yourself?
Okay, now some techniques are common, like we are used to it. Most times you may not see them maybe in journals or in an article rather. So is it a must we reference them? That's one. Number two, what tenses are you going to use in writing our methodologies?
Okay, let me start with the second. The tense for a methodology is you have to use past tense. Because it's just like you are describing what you have done. Abi, you never work, you can't write. You have finished working now, Abi, and you have your results, and then now you are writing. That's the normal distance. Even if you are writing before getting results, but the normal distance is that you have gotten something, you have worked on something, and you have gotten the result. Now you want to write and publish that thing. So it has to be in past tense. Okay. Then the second one, anything you use, I think you will need to cite it. What's the question again? Sorry. Hello?
Okay, there are some techniques that they are kind of common. They're kind of common. Sometimes some supervisor will say your reference should not exceed this particular year. But some of these techniques, they are ancient one, something like gram staining. You get this, sir? So now, how are we going to go about our kind of references? How are we going to go? How are we going to go about it?
Well, if they are giving you a condition that between so years, maybe 2020 and 2023 and above, or 2020 and above, then, well, I think you have to remove the reference or the citation for that technique. If that condition is there, you understand? So, and that's even basically for your professor, and not that you want to publish the book. If you want to publish, they can't tell you that you shouldn't add something that is very old. This one is based on the preference of maybe your supervisor or whoever is in charge of your project. Okay.
Does anyone have anything to add to his question? Mr. Tokpe, do you have anything to add? Mr. Christopher, Mr. Benson, do you have anything to add to his question? Miss Salimat, do you have anything to add to the answer Mr. Lekon gave to Mr. Blessing's question? Hello.
Hi.
You guys should say something now. Do you have anything to add to the answer Mr. Lekon gave to Mr. Blessing's question?
Okay.
No.
Well, what I would want to add is basically, I think someone is raising their hand. Can you unmute yourself and ask your question, please?
Okay, this is Janet.
Yeah.
I want to add something, not a question. In answering how to cite or how to reference a method that is common and probably originated from a long time ago, this is what you do. There are publications that use that method recently. You can cite those publications instead. I don't know if that person gets my answer. If there are publications that use the method recently and they got a result, that's why they could publish it. You could cite and reference them instead of using the old citation or reference. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, personally, I think writing the research is not actually about getting the information maybe from present or from past. Mr. Lake already did justice to that. Now, coming up with a research method has a lot to do with what you really want to do. So, while we begin this class, there are some things we talked about deciding the topic, knowing the objective, writing your review, and all that. Now, in the process of you coming up with all these concepts, developing your concept of what you want to do as an undergraduate in your final year, there is going to be a lot of paper you would have consulted before you can come up with a topic itself. And say you want to write your introduction and literature review, eventually before you get to methodology. Now, many times I used to tell students that basically what you want to do as an undergraduate is not a novel work. That means in some aspect, it is a repetitive work. That is a work that has been done before, or a work that might has not been done. But then you are going to be following a pattern of what has been done before. Now, the only thing that is going to make your work a little bit different from what has been done before is maybe where you are getting your data from, or maybe you are including a little bit modification to whatever methods or whatever plan you are putting together to make your research work. Now, it is easy for you to get methods, or it is easy for you to put down the stepwise process in which you are going to be using to conduct your research. But many students don't know how to go about that. So the first thing, like Mr. Lakon said, is you get most of your methodology or methods you are going to be using from already existing published article. And this published article, like I said, during the first class, is you have to go about knowing how to search out topic that is relevant to map out research that is similar to what you want to do. Now, if you are getting research that is similar to what you want to do, that is original research, there are some specific laid down method that has been written in those research, which you would also want to consult and come up with. It could be the same replication of the method. There could be modification. And like Mr. Lakon said, your method could be quantitative, qualitative, or mixed. So it all depends on what you are trying to achieve. Now, if you're a microbiologist, for instance, if you're a food scientist, for instance, if you're a biotechnologist, for instance, and you want to conduct a work that is going to require you to generate data from living organism or from food sample or from a microorganism, whatever plant, whatever it is. Now you should have consulted papers that also use that kind of samples you are trying to work about or work on. And then the difference obviously could be the location or the geographical location where they are getting the sample, which will be different from yours. That is just the little modification that is going to be occurring in your method. And then coming about your research, just knowing the method alone is not enough. Now there is a place of you conducting it. Now you can see papers talk about the method, and the method they have used in that research might not be as effective or as suitable for that methodology as it should be. Now it is another thing for a student or a researcher to be able to know, oh, this method is not really significant for this kind of objective I want to achieve. You would also like to consult several other papers that might have a different opinion of how to use a method to get data or to get an answer they are looking out for. So many times, if you would want to do a research as an undergraduate, your method is just available for you in other existing papers, articles that has been published. Even some students get to do a repetitive work from what maybe seniors have done. And many students don't get to have a relationship in terms of relating with their seniors or those people that your supervisor have mentored while they are still undergraduates. This is a way for you to know how to get things done or how to know how to consult our papers. They will also give you an idea of what you need to do, even if they will not create all the time for you. These people are also knowledgeable enough to tell you this is what you should do. You get now. So methodology is a bit more of consulting existing work, then coming up with your own creativity to include what might not have been included in previous articles. And even if you are replicating what has been done before, what is making your research stand out? many papers or many works might report the same thing. There will be something that will make them different. There will be maybe additional analysis. I've seen papers that talk about isolating microorganisms from the soil. And this paper, some of them will include using PCR, extraction of DNA. Some will even do sequencing to get if the microorganism is similar or different from an existing group, genus or species. So these are ways you can get to do works. And then you see them going further to say, oh, this microorganism is a plasmid containing microorganism. They start doing plasmid isolation, which is an inclusion of new idea, new method, new process. And then you're expanding the work like that. But because most people here are undergraduates, you get to do limited work. You get to expand your work to limited extent. And many times supervisor dictates what you need to do to you. So while your supervisor is dictating, you should also be able to contribute to what you are doing, because in a scenario where you are given work to do and you have no idea, it's going to be complicated for you to look out for articles to consult. So I think that is just a little we add to it. That is just a little add to it.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Do you have any other question? Miss Esther, do you have any question? I guess we don't have a question from anyone. So I think at this moment, Mr. Lekon wants to do some practical for us. Am I right, Mr. Lekon? Hello, Mr. Lekon.
Yes, I'm trying to do something. I don't know why the network is moving like this. I'm trying to check into Mendeley. Hello, please. I won't want to waste time because this thing is just loading and loading, is not going. But I've actually created like a step-by-step method on how you can make use of these stuffs. So maybe I'll just share that file, and probably the institution will send it to your email.
Okay. So, does anyone have anything to say? Any contribution, any suggestion, anything? Before we call it a day. Any addition, any subtraction from our other tutors, Mr. Tokpe, Ms. Salimat, Mr. Adebayo, Mr. Benson.
I think the addition should be our tutors, our participants rather. What have you learned so far? What is the stage of your undergraduate research? Because I know you guys are in second semester 500 level. Because I would want you to talk about what you are also doing. So if there is need to give you opinion, make comments on what you are doing, and also give you idea of what you need to do. This is going to be the best place to do that now. That. So our participants, are there any questions that you would feel you want us to help you answer? Are there anything you need to get done that you need us to also make comments on?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So I'm still on chapter 2. I'm still on chapter 2. But before next class.
Yes, good afternoon. I have a question. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you. You are not talking anymore.
Hello. Oh,
Can
can you
I
hear me now?
I can hear everybody.
I'm waiting for her to talk actually.
Please go ahead, Mr. Blessing. She's not. I think she's still trying to figure out what she wants to say. Just go ahead and say yours.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. So currently I'm on chapter 2. So I already have some things I wanted to discuss in my chapter 2. Yes. But
Okay.
now I'm thinking I'll be having issues with chapter 3 because the only thing that I can figure out currently now is the kind of study that I'm doing is more of public health work. So I don't even know how to structure my chapter 3 very well because I'm only doing just I'll talk about the population, the sampling collection, and the test. So I don't even know how to formulate that chapter 3 very well. Hope you get me right. So I don't even know how to formulate. S is just practical work that you enter lab. Okay, I know that you talk about materials and method, this test, this assays. But now this one is not that straightforward. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. So one of the microbiology experts should make comment on that. I think Mr. Dokpa is raising his hand. Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay. To first start with the public health part, how you can draft the methodology. So the thing is, to first start with, you can start with your sample area, the particular area you want to sample. Okay, for example, if it's Karakale or Futa area, you talk about the area, the type of people that stay in those particular area, whether it's black or white, or whether it's mixed ethnics. You talk about those type of people, type of area, type of people that reside in that area. So then you follow by socio-demographic distribution of the area and your sample size. Then you talk about your sample size. There are different ways to calculate sample size. You can check online then for it, or you can, another one is you can reach out to some of your senior colleagues that did that particular one to show you the particular method they used to calculate their sample size. So there are different methods to calculate it. So after that, you talk about you talk about your sample area, your sample size, you talk about your demographic or social demographic distribution that you want to target. Maybe it's pregnant woman or maybe it's married woman and so on. Then you talk about the approach you want to use. There are different. I'm trying to open up one master project here, but I can't seem to find it. But maybe I'll help you look for it later and get it across to Mr. Chris, so that you can look at it, how you can draft a publicate work project. But that's just the basic about it. Then the last one is talk about the approach you want to use. How do you want to collect the sample from them? So that's that about that. So addition also about the whole workshop. What do you say?
Mr. Tope, please can you continue?
Okay. So another addition I would like to ask is that for undergraduate work, you should be careful of making use of a generic methodology online, in the sense that maybe you download a journal online and you saw the methodology they're using and you just try to copy and paste it to your work. So, for undergraduate project, you must make sure that that particular one you want to use, that particular approach you want to use, your supervisor is familiar with it and your school is also familiar with it. For example, if you want to, okay, for those people doing antimicrobial sensitivity testing, for example, if you want to extract platinum using secret extraction method, which is one of those standards, there are different approaches in which you can carry it out, and different journals have different right about it. So the way where you can get the correct one is maybe by reaching out to your seniors, by making contact with your lab technicians, those ones that work in the lab, and maybe your supervisor, so they may have to give you some basic notes on how to go about it. So that was that.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Tope. Ms. Esther, do you have anything concerning your projects? Any question, anything? Miss Esther. Hello, Miss Esther. Adekombi Tolulope. Please, do you have anything? Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Adekombi Tolulope, Miss Esther. Okay. I guess since they are not responding, we'll probably call it.
Complicate. I just saw it now. Maybe I'll drop it to the chat box. I'll just send the screenshot to chat so you can look through the outline of the methodology to draft yours.
Can you send it to our group chat? Because I'm not sure the person who needs it is here. He has dropped out of the call. Just send it to the group chat so Mr. Chris can reach out to him.
All right.
Okay. Miss Esther. Miss, I don't know if this is Mr. or Miss. Adekombi Tolulope. Why are you laughing, Mr. Tope? Okay, at this point, I think we'll just call it a day. Thank you, everyone, for attending this session. Mr. Benson is here. You did not say anything. Mr. Benson. Mr. Benson Okore.
Sorry, I came late. I'm
Oh,
with
you
you
came
guys. Good afternoon.
Yeah, we talk, and we did not hear your voice.
Mr. Oloshoki knows how it's going now, so you understand.
So you will not just tell us how it's going, Abi. Only Mr. Oloshoki, no wahala. I'm the one that will share the money later on. No, you will get meeting for your money. Don't come to me. Mr.
I mean,
Olale, won't you give us master today?
Yes.
Hey, you had your lecture. Oh. You lectured us today. Oh. Won't you share master tea for us as a souvenir?
Okay. How will you collect it now?
Send it to me. Don't worry. I'll look for how to dispatch it to the rest. Just send it to me. Everything, everybody's phone. Send
No,
it to me.
I want to give you now. I have it with me now.
You have it. Okay, let me send dispatch right. I'm the moderator. So you send it to me.
I
I will
don't
dispatch
I don't
it.
I don't
You
do
what?
dispatch rider.
You don't do dispatch rider.
Mr.
Okay.
Lekon,
Come and collect it in my house.
Oh, serious. Let me come
yeah,
to your house. What's that?
like, that's that, like, I don't make me laugh